The air around Windsor has grown heavy with silence, and almost tangible stillness settling over the lawns of Royal Lodge, where once there was laughter, family, and the constant hum of a life lived at the edges of royal privilege. Now, that house stands as a symbol of an ending, the quiet aftermath of a decades-long partnership that defied convention and now, finally, has succumbed to the weight of consequence. Sarah Ferguson, the Duchess of York, once heralded as the ultimate comeback queen, is once again at a crossroads, but this time the path ahead seems more uncertain than ever. As her former husband, Prince Andrew, faces the final dismantling of his royal identity, Fergie finds herself confronting not only the loss of a home, but the unraveling of a relationship that once served as her sanctuary from the chaos of royal life. This is not merely a story of exile. It is one of reckoning, legacy, and the emotional cost of standing too close to a scandal that refuses to fade. Before we dive in, there's something I need to share with you. Over the past few days, thousands have watched these stories unfold, but most haven't subscribed. If you're one of them, I invite you now to join us. Subscribe to Crownverse so you never miss the next chapter in this unfolding royal history. As the news broke that King Charles III had officially stripped Prince Andrew of his remaining titles and honors, a ripple of finality swept through royal circles. This was no half measure. The king's decision, verified through multiple official channels, marked the definitive end of Andrew's formal standing within the institution. His royal style, his royal highness, gone. His military honors withdrawn, his ceremonial duties erased. It was the culmination of years of growing pressure from both the British public and within the palace itself for a clear line to be drawn between the crown and the scandal that had shadowed it since 2019. For King Charles, this was not simply a matter of discipline, it was a matter of survival. The monarchy could no longer afford ambiguity. Yet, as decisive as this move was, its collateral impact could not be contained to the Duke alone. The reverberations struck Sarah Ferguson directly, his ex-wife, his closest companion, and for many years his only true ally. Despite their divorce in 1996, Sarah and Andrew maintained a bond that confounded even seasoned royal watchers. They continued to live together at Royal Lodge, raising their daughters Beatrice and Eugenie under the same roof, hosting friends, and appearing together at family events. They described themselves as the happiest divorced couple in the world, a paradox that somehow worked, until now. The verified reports from Buckingham Palace confirm that Prince Andrew's lease on Royal Lodge is ending, and that he will be relocated to more modest private quarters within the Sandringham estate. Royal Lodge, once a beacon of comfort and stability for the Yorks, will no longer be their shared domain. For Sarah Ferguson, this is a devastating loss. Though she was never a legal tenant of the property, it was her home in every sense that mattered. It was where she rebuilt her life after scandal, where she watched her daughters grow into women, and where she reclaimed a semblance of belonging in the royal fold. To lose it is not simply to lose a house. It is to lose the last physical trace of her royal connection. What is verified is that Sarah Ferguson is now preparing for a move of her own. Sources close to her, cited by major publications, have indicated that she will soon establish an independent residence. But where that home will be and what life will look like without the protective structure of Royal Lodge is less clear. Here, speculation begins to fill the silence. Some insiders suggest she may seek a new base outside of Windsor altogether, possibly even abroad. Others believe she will remain quietly nearby, attempting to retain proximity to her daughters and grandchildren. What is certain is that this relocation marks the end of a deeply personal era. It's important to remember that Sarah Ferguson has survived the impossible before. From her 1992 toe-sucking scandal to her 2010 Cash for Access sting, where she was filmed offering introductions to Prince Andrew in exchange for money, she has repeatedly fallen, only to re-emerge, humbled but unbroken. She has written children's books, worked with charities, and become a familiar face on talk shows. For years, she embodied resilience, a woman determined to turn public humiliation into redemption. But this time, the stakes feel different. This time, she's not merely battling public opinion, she's facing isolation. One of the most telling insights into Sarah Ferguson's current emotional world came not from the palace, but from her close friend and television personality, Lizzie Cundy. In a recent conversation on Channel 5, Cundy revealed that Fergie's two foremost priorities are now her children and her grandchildren. This statement, though simple, offers a rare glimpse into the Duchess's mindset at this turbulent moment. Having lost her shared home, and with her public reputation once again under siege, Sarah appears to be narrowing her focus on what truly matters: family. It is not the pursuit of status or sympathy driving her now. It is the desire to protect and be near those who will always accept her, regardless of her past. Yet even this maternal refuge is not without its complexities. Verified reporting from the Daily Mail and other outlets confirm that Beatrice and Eugenie have remained publicly supportive of both their parents. But beneath that unity, whispers suggest a quieter strain. According to unnamed family friends, statements that remain speculative but widely discussed, the princesses have found themselves conflicted. One source went so far as to claim that the sisters are even more disappointed in their mother than in their father. This comment, though impossible to verify, has sparked widespread debate among royal watchers. Could it be that the daughters, long their mother's fiercest defenders, have now begun to see her through a more critical lens? What we know for certain is that the Beatrice and Eugenie family continues to maintain close contact. Sarah has often spoken of the deep bond she shares with her daughters, describing them as her best friends. She is also a devoted grandmother, often photographed doting on Beatrice's daughter Sienna and Eugenie's sons August and Ernest. For Sarah, this next chapter may not involve royal titles or Windsor estates, but it will involve family. Those relationships, more than any crown or castle, will be the foundation upon which she rebuilds. Still, the question lingers: can Sarah Ferguson ever fully rebuild her public image? Friend Lizzie Cundy believes the answer lies in transparency. In her televised remarks, she suggested that the Duchess might eventually sit down for a major interview, a chance to speak her truth and clear the air about her life, her relationship with Andrew, and the toll of recent events. Cundy emphasized that timing would be key. She needs time to reflect, and then maybe come and do an interview and have her truth give some clarity. This idea remains speculative. There has been no official confirmation from Sarah or her representatives, but it raises a compelling possibility. Could a carefully orchestrated public conversation serve as the Duchess's next act of reinvention, or would it risk opening wounds that the monarchy is desperate to close?